How you doing today, my friend?
Good, Remigio. How about you?
I'm good. It's our first episode. We're gonna
First
keep it
episode.
authentic. We're gonna keep it real. So
Spontaneous.
yeah.
Yes, sir.
Um. Okay. You ready for Memphis? Happy
Remigio, yes. I'm preparing myself as much as I can between business, family, personal life, right? To be honest, I'm not doing a preparation that I would love to do, right? Uh, but again, I was 2 years out of the circuit. I was more prioritizing my family and stuff. And then this year I decided to compete a little bit more, right? I already have a few tournaments booked up until May of this year. And I believe math is gonna be just that, restarted. They start up
Okay.
for the whole circuit of 2024.
What are your expectations going into this?
Well, I have a few guys, actually a couple guys in my division. I don't have a full bracket division, a full division, right? Um, I have been studying them. I have taken a look what kind of strategy and game they play.
Okay.
That's what I'm basing pretty much my train as well, right? My expectations is to always have a tough fights and battles that I always like to display on the mats, and let's see what's up. I compete Saturday gi and I compete no gi Sunday, so it's 2 days competition.
And then the following months too, after Memphis.
And then I have a March, right? And then I have a April, and then I have a May.
Okay.
I don't see tournaments in June for IBJJF. Probably a super fight. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm starting talk with some managers to see what we can do as far super fights, but it's just planned for now.
Yeah. That's cool, and it's interesting because I mean, I not just for you, but also I mean for me, I think I came into this year as well with like the mentality of wanting to compete more, and it seems like a lot of people too at the gym have been like entered that mentality. Do you think you had something to do with that, or do you think it's just something that
Me
it came in a wave?
I think we all have something to do with that desire of all the students to compete, right? We try to lead the community by example. So as we competing, I think people see us and the other teammates sees that, and then I believe that as they train, almost like we train, they think like why not?
Yeah.
And I think that's amazing because jiu-jitsu competition actually make a part of jiu-jitsu sport. It's for everyone. You don't need to practice jiu-jitsu and think about competing, but if you compete, you're gonna grow even more, you're gonna learn more. So it's involved, right? I love this sport not only for that, but for this type of set it up example for others.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Emil, he started stating that Emil said he joined this just to kind of do something,
Yeah.
but he says he's kind of getting that itch to start competing. So,
There we go.
Yeah.
Again, it's all about they see us doing right, and then they have the feeling that they can do too, which is real.
Yeah.
It's reality. Everybody can do it. Any person can compete, as long as you put yourself in a good routine of train. Do something extra outside the BJJ gym, lifting, running, something like that. Prepare yourself. If you prepare properly, you're always going to have a better chance when you compete.
For sure.
Yeah.
Down. So I mean, you stated that the last 2 years you kind of been lacking because you were focusing on family, but now this year you're gonna attack it. Do you plan on continuing that as you like the following year, or you're just focusing on this year right now? You're not too worried about.
No, actually, my life always in this sport always was about competing, right? I mean, teaching, competing. Like I said, for 2 years I was focused on the family. Now everything settled, so I can put focus back
More on the.
through that competition aspect. My goal is to never stop. IBJJF is a great federation for you to compete. It's good tournaments because it's by age, it's by levels, it's by weight, so it's safe.
Okay.
The rules are safe for you to stay safe while you're competing. So yeah, the plan is to go over and over and over every year,
Mm-hmm.
set it up some type, have some type of schedule for competition, train and go.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
And I'm gonna just go back a little bit. Like, what's the history of like your lineage on in jiu-jitsu?
Well, that's a great question. I started jiu-jitsu when I was 11 years old
Okay.
in Manaus, Brazil, and I start training with Professor Ulisses Paixão, right? He's my first professor, and then for personal reasons he closed the gym, and then his partner, which is Master Pina,
Mm.
took over the academy, and then we start training with Master Pina. Master Pina back then have a schedule in certain times and days, and and Ulisses Paixão have a different schedule as well, so they both run the gym. As Ulisses Paixão closed the gym, now Master Pina is taking over every single schedule, right? And then we start training with him. So in 2004, I moved to São Paulo, right, to live in São Paulo, and then I met Professor Roberto Godoy, and then since then, that's my lineage as far who I'm training under right now. But the thing is, as you went there in Brazil with us last year, the connection is still there. That's my house. The bridge is still there. You notice how they love to have us there. So that's never gonna stop. That's never gonna be different. No matter where I'm going,
Right.
Japan, Germany, United States, I always going to have gratitude for whatever they taught me through those 34 years of competition
Right.
and training. Yeah.
And this upcoming year, you plan on going back to Brazil for take your students back to Brazil?
We plan again. Last year we did in October. This year I'm planning June or July. Let's see how it's play, right? But yeah, the plan is for us to have every year international camp, international train outside the United States. Yes.
And is it always going to be Brazil, or do you plan on taking it to probably?
Well, I'm having some connections outside Brazil as well, right? But that's something that we need to mature a little bit more.
Okay.
For
sure.
You know, for sure. But yeah, this year still we're going to Brazil again, probably Manaus again. Yeah.
And I mean, because October or for 2 years you went to São Paulo.
São Paulo, yes.
And then do you want to do this Manaus trip consistently, like as the years go by, or do you plan also going back to Godoy?
Well, the great thing about how those two amazing professors beside me is to have the opportunity to go either place, right? So what I was trying to do, and actually what I'm trying to do, is create a pattern for each place. 2 years we're doing one single place, and then we do another 2 years in another place, you know. So I always try to take the best of both opportunities, right? That's the goal for us to do that train, like an annual international train. Yes.
Okay. Can you? I mean, you explained Master Pena as kind of like the history of who he is. What about Roberto Godoy?
Roberto Godoy, he started training with a long years ago in, I believe, in 1988, right? With people in São Paulo, and then he started after a few years. He decided to open his own gym with Macaco, right? And then they have a great team and a beautiful gym, and you know, great thing going on. And then for personal reasons, they decide to split. And then that's when Roberto Godoy decided just to have his own academy, his own gym, right? And then since then, now he's building an empire as far. He has multiple affiliations, more than 100. And actually this year he's going to break the Guinness Book record of the real biggest celebration for belt promotions in the world. So yeah.
Would you consider him having the biggest score, or is it just the biggest belt ceremony?
That's the biggest belt ceremony for the Guinness Book. Yes, he's breaking that record right now.
Nice.
This year, yeah, it's very nice. I'm very proud of him. It's a lot of years of hard work, dedication, you know, blood, sweat, investment, and he's now finally get the fruits of that, and I'm very happy for him, as we should be.
For
Yes.
sure. Yeah, no, he's a great guy.
Yeah, he is.
And how did you meet him? Did before you moved to Sao Paulo, did you already know him, or
I already know him. He already was a big name, right?
Uh-huh.
And then I Googled his gym, got the address, went there. As as he is a great person, right? I just got there and explained my situation. He opened the arms, said, Daniel, now we're part of the gym. Don't worry about it. We got your back as you got our back. Let's keep it up. And then that's what I did
That's pretty
since
cool.
then.
That's cool. I didn't know all that.
Yep.
That's really interesting.
Yes, sir.
That's man. And how did you come upon Team Shark?
Well, Team Shark was a dream, right? That we conquered 9 years ago. Back then, when I first got here in America, I used to train with a guy. He was a teammate actually. His name is Michael, and he was one of my teammates where I used to train before. And then we train every day, almost every day when he can. He was doing law school back then, and we start train, and then out of nowhere he said, Daniel, you looks like you feel like a shark, bro. We grappling here, nice and easy, and then out of nowhere you just bite, you just get me. So I will start to call you a white shark. I say, well, it's an honor. I'll take the nickname, and then I adopt that nickname. So since then I start, people start calling me white shark, white shark. And then when I stopped training at that gym that I used to train before, I decided to open my own gym. And then the name Shark came up to my mind right away, and I say, why not? It's a very popular name here in America. People love it. They already call me Shark. I will take Shark as the name of my gym. And then for 9 years, we are Team Shark BJJ.
Nice.
Yes, sir.
It's crazy because I went to a different city. It was down south in Texas. What is it called? The beach area. What is it?
That's the Port Aransas.
No,
No?
man, Corpus Christi.
Corpus Christi,
Yeah.
okay.
I went to an open mat out there because I was staying out there, and I had a just Team Shark shirt, and at the gym, and they're like, "Oh, you're Daniel's boy."
You see, that's what we're looking for, Remigio. That reputation is it's something amazing that we built through those years.
Yeah.
And it's not only me working for it, but I believe all of you guys as my students have some type of credit on that, because the reality of Team Shark is we are a great community.
Yeah.
We are here to support. We are here to welcome in newcomers, right? Open your arms and put them under our wings and keep that journey together, right?
Yeah.
As the module is, you got my back, I got your back. Seatbelt grip, both hooks in. So that's how they do it. So I believe with that combined work, teamwork actually that we're doing, that's where we see that reputation, just go out there and then everybody knows us.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yep.
It's awesome because just like whenever we line up and like everyone's here, like all the other color belts, like you have a couple brown belts now, purple belts and everything. I still think to myself, I'm like, this is still kind of a new school, but like I'm happy to be part of it because like now the colors are coming out,
Yes.
You're seeing the colors
Yes.
blooming,
Yes.
and I'm excited just to see everybody continue growing and
There you go. We excited too. So my thing is, let's keep the hard work. Let's keep the commitment, discipline. No sacrifice means no glory. So let's keep that up and let's keep on going.
for sure. Daniel, I appreciate
Thank you, Remigio. Appreciate you, brother.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.